Okay, let's try and factorize these. So for the first one, we need to be able to rewrite it in the form of x, and then it could x, and then it could be plus, it could be a minus, or it could be a plus and a plus something. We need to be able to factorize it. So to do this, your biggest clue is this 15. Two numbers multiplied together to give you a 15. Well, it could be a 5 and a 3. It could be a 15 and a 1. It could be, well, that's pretty much it for 15. So we've got to play around with 5 and a 3 or a 15 and a 1. Now, you also have to be able to create the number -2. Can you create a -2 with a 15 and a 1? There's no way of creating a -2, but it is possible to create a -2 with a 5 and a 3. So let's discard this and consider 5 and a 3. So 5 and a 3. So you know you've got to play around with 5 and a 3. Let's just randomly put 5 and a 3 in here. So to create the -2, you could try. So now you just have to guess now. Let's just guess plus and a negative, because you have to be able to create a -15. So one of the two must be a negative. Let's just make this as a guess. Okay, so multiply this out. This times this will give you x squared. This times this would be -3x. This times this will be positive 5x. And then this times this would be -15. You see, single x, combining the two would give you a positive 2x. You don't want a positive 2x. You want a negative 2x. So you really want the negative of the bigger number of the two. So really, this should be a negative. So let's change this to a negative, and this to be a positive. So now let's check it now. So x times x will be x squared. This times this will be positive 3x. This times this will be negative 5x. This times this will be a -15. So now you can see that. You want the negative of the bigger of the two numbers to create the -2. Well, anyway, single x, combining them together will give you -2x. So this here is our answer. So really, the final answer would be this. Okay. Now let's tackle this second one. The second one, your biggest clue is that number 20. So two numbers multiplied together to give you a 20. It could be a 20 and a 1. It could be a 5. It could be a 10 and a 2. It could be a 5 and a 4. And you have to be able to create the number +1, because really there should be a +1. So you have to be able to create the number +1. Can you create a +1 from this? There's no way. Can you create a +1 with 10 and a 2? No way. Can you create a positive? Yes, you can, because 5 and a 4. It is possible to create a +1. Don't forget. Wait there. Hang on. Y equals x something and then x something. Let's randomly guess 5 and a 4 here. So to create a -20, one of the two must be a negative, because when you get this times this, one of the two must be a negative. You have to create a +1. So +1, you really want positive 5x. And then, well, you want the positive to be here, because look, this times this would give you 5x, and then this times this will give you a -4x. So now combining the two will give you 1x. So really it should be, this here is your answer. And if you don't believe me, then multiply this out. It will give you this, because well, I will leave that to you to multiply it out. Let's tackle the last one. For the last one, your biggest clue is this number here. Two numbers multiplied together to give you a 12. It could be a 12 and a 1. It could be a 6 and a 2. It could be a 3 and a 4. And then, hang on, let me just write the, x something, and then x something. You know you've got to play around with these sets here. But you have to be able to create the number 7. Can you create the number 7 with a 12 and a 1? No way. Can you create the number 7 with a 6 and a 2? You can create 8, you can create 4, but you can't create 7. No way. Can you create the number 7, well, negative 7, with a 3 and a 4? Yes, you can. So, with a 3 and a 4, well, you need a negative 7. So it turns out that this must be negative and a negative, because you need a negative 3x and a negative 4x to create the negative 7. And also, if you glance at this, negative 3 times negative 4 will give you a positive 12. So you see this here is your answer. Okay?